Today we're chatting about simplicity. Welcome back to part 5 of our 12-part minimalism mini-series, where we're detailing the core concepts of minimalism. So far in our series, we've covered the core elements of the minimalist lifestyle, like quality over quantity, less is more, experiences are greater than things, and most recently, the idea of decluttering. Understanding these core concepts and how they can make your life easier is something we love talking about, because minimalism, without a doubt, has made our own lives so much easier. If this is your first time here, hi, we're Jess and Josh, and we talk about all things cozy minimalism and simple living. If that sounds up your alley, then make sure to subscribe. So today we're talking about the concept of simplicity. We'll cover what it is, what it isn't, and some of the key benefits you can reap from understanding how to incorporate simplicity into more of your everyday decisions. It's a fundamental part of minimalism and one that can often get overlooked.
So in a nutshell, in its simplest form, simplicity is about intentionally making things as simple as possible. It's about clearing away the excess or the fluff, the clutter, so you can focus on what truly matters to you. It's the practice of intentionally and actively reducing or limiting things like distractions or complications or even complexities in your life, so you can make space for clarity and what you find the most important.
This will look different for everyone because we each have our own values, lifestyles, personalities, circumstances, and commitments. What feels complex or overwhelming or misaligned to one person might feel completely the opposite to someone else. What feels simple to someone, for example, traveling overseas regularly for work, might feel daunting and overly cumbersome for someone else. Owning 200 pairs of fun, colorful socks might give someone joy, and for someone else, myself included, it might feel like cupboard chaos. Even figuring out what to wear every morning from a mountain of clothes might delight some people with endless possibilities and exhaust others. So simplicity isn't a rigid set of rules. It's uniquely personal, and you get to decide what's essential and simple to you.
Knowing what's important or critical for you means that you can cut away the rest. That's really what the process of simplifying is, figuring out your priorities and what's most important to you and letting go of the rest. Simply not doing it, not scheduling it, or not buying it anymore, not spending your time on it, whatever it is, really stripping down to your most important things.
At its core, simplicity is about distilling your life down to your essentials of essentials and letting go of whatever else feels like clutter. It might be physical or non-physical, but if it feels like clutter, it probably is. And simplifying is really a way to identify what is and what isn't making life simpler.
It might be excessive clothing choices or knickknacks to constantly clean and dust on the weekend. It might be your overbooked schedule or calendar, or even your long list of not so important commitments or events you'd rather not be spending your time on.
Simplifying is a deliberate choice to embrace less, so you can experience more of what's important to you. It opens up the potential for an easier, less overwhelming everyday life, where you're not focused or spending time on the things that don't align with your priorities or what you deem really important.
The act of simplifying isn't just limited to your physical possessions. It can look like streamlining your commitments by setting boundaries, saying no to what drains you, and really choosing relationships and activities that align closer with your values. Simplicity is ultimately about prioritizing what matters most and gently releasing everything that doesn't serve your well-being, goals, or priorities in life.
In terms of what simplicity is not about deprivation or living with as little as possible, just for the sake of it. It's not about numbers or how little you can own. It's not about forcing yourself to let go of things you actually value or find enjoyment in. Simplicity doesn't mean your life has to look or feel empty, sterile, or even picture perfect in any way.
It's not about following someone else's checklist of what you should keep or discard, although that can be a useful, thought-provoking start. It's really about you weighing up what provides you value in life and what doesn't, and deliberately getting rid of the rest.
Simplicity is definitely not about judging yourself or anyone else for what feels like too much or not enough. Your level of simplicity is uniquely your own. You can have 50 pairs of undies if that means you don't need or want to do the washing frequently, and can instead do it in bulk if that's what floats your boat. When I first met Josh, he had 7 pairs of undies and did a load of washing at the end of every single work day. Doing the washing every day like that takes up time and adds up, and sometimes having a little more of something like underwear can actually free up more time because you won't need to do the washing as frequently. Now, I'm not saying I have 50 pairs of undies, but I do find spacing out the washing days to once a week or even once a fortnight has actually really simplified things for us time-wise. It does mean we have maybe a few more items of clothing than some other minimalists, but it does also mean that we save more time by batching our tasks, which is a great way to simplify reoccurring lifelong tasks like doing the washing. So all that to say, as long as you're being intentional with thinking about what in your life you value, maybe it is more time, less stress, less time dusting, more time with family and friends or your pet, whatever it is, and simplifying from there, you're on track to making life simpler, which is inherently minimalist.
So keeping it really simple, it comes down to 2 steps. 1, identify the essential, and 2, let go of the rest. So there we go, simplifying, the 5th in our Minimalism core concept mini-series. Even if you don't consider yourself a minimalist, we hope we've made it clear there's so much to be gained from even just understanding and appreciating its core concepts and ideas. Simplifying has a wonderful way of making us more mindful about where our energy is spent and what kinds of things we want to surround ourselves with every day. Simplifying doesn't usually happen overnight. It can take years and years to build up clutter or a long, huge list of overcommitting to things you perhaps don't want to moving forward. But just know you're doing a great job and you'll get there. Even by just watching this video and surrounding yourself with information about minimalism and going out of your way to watch videos about how to simplify things means you're already being mindful and intentional with wanting to simplify your everyday.
We're wishing you all the very best of luck with simplifying whatever area of life you need to. All our videos are about sharing ideas on how to make life simpler, easier, and more aligned with what you find valuable and worthwhile. So if you haven't already, if you want ongoing inspo and practical, tangible ways to help simplify your life, make sure to subscribe and check out the rest of this playlist for the other videos in our minimalism mini-series. Let us know in the comments below what's an area of life you want to simplify. And with that, we'll catch you all next time. Bye.
Why is it doing that?
Stupid. We are smashing it.
We are.
Smashing. You're on truck. You're on a truck.